Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be making my first swirl since I've been back. This is the mold that I'm going to be using. It holds around about 800 grams. These are actually really amazing. I wish I'd found these earlier. They don't need a wooden mold to hold them. They just stand alone. They've got these little ridges going down the side, which actually stabilizes it, so it's not going to spread out when you pour it in. So if you want one of these, I'm going to leave a link in the description where you can get it from Amazon. So in this video, I am going to be melting down some of the pink soap from the previous video because I'm trying to reuse it so I can make as many designs as possible. I've got some clear base here, which I am going to add some Kelly Green liquid dye. This is from an Australian company. If you want some, I'm going to put a link to that, and there's a whole bunch of them. There's all different colors. And then I've got a little bit of white, which is, I think, around about 40 grams. So there's about 400 grams, about 350 grams, and then there's about 50 grams of white. And then on top of that, I'm also going to be adding some Rainbow Dream iridescent. So I'm going to be adding that to the green, and it's going to be somewhat see-through. So you'll be able to see through the green into the pink into the white. So it should look quite interesting. And one of my subscribers messaged me and said these were her favorite colors. So I'm making it and see what I can come up with. I think I have done a pink, green and white soap before, but I'm not sure how it went. It might have been like 6 years ago or something like that. So a very long time ago. I'm going to try it again. So let's get started. I'm going to melt this down and I'll be back in a minute. So I've cut this base up, as you can see, tiny little chunks, put it in the microwave for 20 seconds at a time. There's no point putting the base in the microwave and setting it for a minute. You're going to burn the base. Set it for 20 seconds at a time, stir it, put it back in another 20 seconds. Keep looking at it, but once it goes to liquid, don't keep melting it because you're only going to burn it. All right, so I'm going to melt this down and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I don't have a lot of time to work with. The pink's done. I'm just going to add some green dye. Liquid dye. I might add like 2. It is. Okay. This is skin safe dye. So don't use anything other than that. If you don't know, don't use it. It's so important. If you're going to put it on your skin, you need to know that it is skin safe. Do not take the risk and just assume. And if you're not sure, ask the person that you bought it from or the supplier. If you are going to use those kind of things, I would only recommend that you buy from a reputable supplier. Okay, so this is the glitter. Gonna add a little bit. Everybody loves glitter. Okay, gonna stir that in. Yeah, that looks great. Green with glitter, nice. But it's like a really beautiful green. You can see it's quite transparent. So you're gonna be able to see through it, which is perfect. This, on the other hand, has already got a skin on top. Okay, and I think the white is okay too. Yeah, it might need a melt down actually. I'll just melt that down for a second. The other two are fine. So let's just check some temperatures here. So that's 130 degrees, which is 54, and the green one is 124, which is 51. So they're still quite fluid, which is great, and just keep stirring them so they don't get a skin on top. Okay, now there's only like 30 or 40 grams of white, so we're going to use it sparingly. All All right, so here we go. Going to fill the bottom to start with, and probably just spray some rubbing alcohol into all the containers just to pop any bubbles that may exist. That looks really good so far. Now I'm just going to pour a little bit of white in, get the skewer, and just go back and forth like that. Now it's not going to change anything because I'm going to pour over the top of it, but at least it merges it in a little bit more. And you can see that the pink's already getting a skin. We'll work with that in a minute. A bit more white. A little bit more pink. I'm pouring this as slow as I possibly can, because once you pour it from like a high altitude or high, like my container is literally resting on the mold, so I couldn't get any lower if I tried. But if I was to move the container up here, then there'd be more splashes, which would upset, I think, the design. I'll add some white in after this. Now you're probably thinking, why do a circle? Because when I pour this over the top, it's only going to push it down anyway. Therefore, it won't be a circle. And because this is so fluid, I'm not actually spraying rubbing alcohol, but now it's getting to a certain point where it sort of is. Okay. Now you can see that the green is more of a jelly consistency. We've got no white. Okay, so just going to spray that and pour this white in over the top. Like so. And this will hopefully top it off. I'll just spray that. And then I'm going to, you can see that it's trying to drag it, but that's okay. So go around the edges. Make sure it's in all the edges. Okay. All right. So that looks pretty good. I'll just give you a little look. There we go. I'm sorry, there's a light in the way. I'll move it across so you can see it. Hopefully that green will really stand out once I unmold it, and I'll be back then. If you have an idea for my next project, let me know the colors that you would like me to use in the comments below. Just on another note, if you would like to show me your soap photos or like to show a community of melt and pour soapers, head over to my Facebook group. It's called Melt and Pour Soap King and Queens. Obviously, I didn't give myself that title. Everyone else did. Melt and Pour King. So I figure if I'm the king, you're the queens. So All my queens, please head over to my Facebook group, sign up, and show the community your soaps. We'd all love to see them. I'll leave a link to the Facebook group in the description below. Okay, so it's been a few hours and I'm going to try and unmold this. I'm hoping it's okay. How'd you get? There we go. Oh, wow. That's so bright, but I don't think all of it's going to be that bright. So there's the top. Sides. This is a little cut up. You can see that little tiny bits that didn't stick together there. I'm hoping that's not all the way right through, but we'll see. Okay, so I don't know how many bars I'm going to get out of this. I'm just going to have to wing it. Okay, so I'm thinking it's this way. So I just cut these end pieces off. For those of you who don't know what I'm doing, I'm actually looking right down the eye of the blade. So I'm looking over the top of it and down. And one thing I have actually learned is if you spray rubbing alcohol on your blade, it actually slides a lot easier. There we go. All right, are you ready? So you're ready. Here we go. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. I'm just wondering if I've swirled like this, would it be better to cut that way? Because then you would see, don't know. There's only one way to find out. I can hear some of you screaming in my ear, just cut it, just cut it, just cut it. But if I cut it this way, I'll get the swirls going up and down. So yeah, okay, I'll keep cutting it this way then. I'll cut the end off this side. So it's equal. For some reason, it doesn't want to cut any further. And it's just locked in on the soap. It's created this soap where it gets really sticky and just won't go any further. I don't know if it's just this base because I've never experienced that before. I've always been able to cut the loaves, but these loaves are a lot thicker. My bars used to be about that thick compared to that thick. So it's adding an extra, almost an inch onto the end. Okay, so let me see if I can mark these out. It's like that one and that one. So I'm thinking something along those lines. I don't know if you can see that or not. There's one mark there and another one there. So it's 1, 2, 3. All right, let's go. Oh yeah, I can see that already. I know you can too. I'm going to look at all of them in a minute because otherwise I'm going to get too excited. Here we go. Wow, that's tough soap. Okay. Hope you didn't peek. Did you peek? You better not have. I haven't seen them yet. All right, here we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's good. There's no white in there, though. Where's the white? Oh, there's a little bit of white. I probably should have used more white. Less pink, more green, more white. There's a little bit of white just in there. That's a nice swirl, though. Right there. Comes down, goes back up, and the green comes down. Yeah, I like that. That one not so much. Oh yeah, that looks good. That's really nice. I like that. And you got little tiny bits of that white just following the green. Beautiful. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.